Father Chris Von Molesky.
And how long have you been with Salve?
Since July 1st.
And have you performed any wedding ceremonies so far?
I think I've performed 2 here. I have a lot of fun with weddings because right before the wedding I have the bride and the groom email me without talking to each other. They met, how they fell in love, and about the engagement.
So do you meet with the couple or just email them before?
Well, if I'm doing the wedding, I would certainly meet with the couple, find out a little bit about them, find out about their personalities.
How far in advance do you have to meet with them?
About 6 months.
What kinds of things do you talk about with them when you do meet them?
I would talk to them about, how they fell in love, just things like that. And do they understand what marriage is for life? Will they cheat on their husband or spouse? If they've been married before, were they responsible for the death of their spouse?
And why do you think couples choose to come to Salve to get married?
Let's talk about the non-alumni. They come because they're seeing Newport as a destination with the water and everything. So Salve, especially Ochre Court, and the great room overlooks the water, so that's prime. They love that. And it's beautiful to see the bride coming down the red stairs.
So not every ceremony is the same?
There's a rhythm, but definitely the bride and the groom's personality really set the tone for the wedding. A lot of the alumni that contact me, the first thing I say to them is, do you know now that the great room is not being used anymore? And then they start to cry, and then they say, well, I'll get back to you. And then from the very first time I set foot on the Salve campus, I pictured myself coming down the red stairs and getting married. So you can get married by a rabbi or a justice of the peace or even a Protestant minister here, but all Catholics are going to be over there. Some people come from really far away, like California and things, so it's very difficult for them to get their own priest to come, even though we ask for that. So the ones that are far away, or the ones that have a special story that I've kind of connected with at the beginning of the contact back and forth, I volunteer to do their weddings. It's gorgeous, and so they want to. It's very impressive. The most beautiful mansion. Even if you look at the breakers, this has more artwork in it than any other room.
This is Ochre Court. What is your role in planning Salve weddings?
I talk with the brides and grooms and check availability and actually schedule the date for them.
How long have you been the event coordinator?
For 5 years.
What are the prices for hosting weddings at Salve?
It's $700 for graduates and current faculty, staff, students, and $3,000 for those who have no affiliation.
Do you attend the weddings?
I do. Answering questions, helping them get ready for the setup, and then I actually attend the rehearsal and the ceremony.
What room in Ochre Court? Do they use all of them downstairs?
They use the Great Hall, is where the ceremony is. Yep. And then they can use any of the rooms and the staircase.
Are there any specific dates you can and cannot have weddings at Ochre Court?
Yes. Actually, wedding ceremonies can only take place in Ochre Court when students are not here.
Oh.
So summer months, holiday weekends, and academic school breaks.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. I love it.
So do you just deal with non-Catholic ceremonies? Okay. How do you deal with bridezillas?
I haven't really had that many of them, to be perfectly honest with you, but there have been a couple, and I usually just try to remain calm and offer any suggestions I can. We will set up the chairs and anything else you need, but otherwise brides and grooms are responsible for bringing in their own officiate, as well as florist, photographer, and anything else they want to bring in from the outside, musicians. So that's usually important to know.